let's go, Barskis. Let's go. Hello, gamers. Welcome back to episode 2 of the Everybody Boys podcast. Today we got.
It's me, Kant.
Shut the fuck up.
No, you.
Shut.
Yep, and me again, Caldwin.
And of course, I'm joined with some familiar faces. Except we have a new one. We have a new buddy here today with us. We have Caldwin. We have my friend Cart, and we have myself. We have Quickened, who is joining us today.
Hey, how's it going?
We pogging.
Right.
Pog.
Poggers in my Valentino windbag.
We're just busting.
Bussy.
We're just busting it down sexual style, bro.
Yeah.
Yeah. We asked a little bit around for topics, and the first topic we're gonna be doing is animation and cartoons and shit. And movies.
Yeah.
And speaking of movies.
So who's excited for the Mario movie? I am 135% ready. My body's ready.
It looks fun, but I still don't know if I'm on board with it.
God.
I am 135% on board.
God.
I'm just gonna watch it just for like the memes.
Yes, we're here for the memes. Yes.
Oh, I'm not along for the memes. I'm excited. This looks amazing.
Jack Black was good, but I don't know about Chris Pratt.
Yo, Jack Black is top tier. Let's be honest here. Jack Black is top tier.
Bro, everyone's so focused on Chris Pratt and Jack Black. You all forgot about Charlie Day.
Charlie Day
Bro,
as Luigi.
He did a great Luigi, like being terrifying.
Yes.
Yeah, that was great.
Yeah, that's definitely on character.
God.
If I remember from the interview with Chris Pratt, he's just really just talking. Like, no Mario impression or anything, just talking.
Here's a weird thing to say, because I know it doesn't really matter to those that probably only watched it once. I've watched this 6 or 7 times, and after the third time, I realized there's actually a very subtle difference. It's hard to make out, but there's a very subtle difference in his voice that makes it similar to more Mario than just Chris Pratt. It's just really hard to pinpoint.
There's a big drama going on right now currently with the Mario movie with Chris Pratt especially. Like, what the fuck, man? Like,
I don't know why people are complaining. It actually works really well.
Right. I really don't mind the movie.
I don't mind it. Like, Ben as Sonic, I don't mind that. He's perfect as Sonic. Like, have you seen Randy Cunningham's 9th grade ninja?
Yeah!
That shit is baller.
Yeah, that was some good shit.
Why can't we just get a third season?
Yeah, they cancel it, unfortunately.
Why can't they just give us a third one already? Come on, Disney, why?
Man,
because
Why
it's
Disney?
If they're gonna cancel that, they better bring back Spectacular Spider-Man, please, bro. Please, Marvel, please, bro, let me in.
considering that Sony technically has some part with Spider-Man, is technically their call too.
Yeah,
Yep.
true.
For Spider-Man stuff, it's a lot more difficult than just ask a company. Whereas with Randy Cunningham, 9th Grade Ninja, it's literally
Disney.
one person! It's one company! Disney! Why?
Because they just want to make the money.
Disney cancels their best shows.
You know what's funny?
Because they got better shows, they call it.
You know what's funny? You know Alex Hirsch, the creator of Gravity Falls, right?
Yes.
Did you see his entire Twitter feed filled of all the stuff that Disney's told him to take out of Gravity Falls?
And then the fact that he literally, like, up until the end of the show, he had to make a joke about the 2 officers, and then at the end of the show, he dropped the bomb that they were actually, it's a canon thing. Everyone kind of speculated because he was pointing fingers that way. And then at the end, like, when he was done, he dropped that bomb that, yes, they are together. It's like, thanks, Disney. You could have just not cared about that, but no, you have to care about it because your money-making printers over in China, and apparently they don't like that stuff.
I guess
Sorry.
It's a little bit
Tangent.
Yeah.
Sorry. When it comes to
Right.
Disney, I got some very strong opinions.
Let's not go
animals.
too far.
There's not. I
Well,
mean,
then
I'm
just
just gonna
don't mention
point this.
Owl House, okay? Let's not mention
I'm
that.
just gonna point this out right now. I don't know if you heard, but there's a live action Little Mermaid movie
Oh
thing
no,
happening.
I'm okay with that.
That's not. Let's.
I'm not gonna say anything.
Mm,
I'm
I'm
just
not
saying
gonna
it's happening.
I'm not gonna be like everyone else is bashing on it. I don't care. You know
I'm
what?
just not gonna watch it.
My thing is, I stopped watching half the live action stuff. The only live action one I actually watched and really care about is Aladdin. That was actually kind of nice. Yes, even though it was one of the guys that would have said, "Oh, it's gonna suck." Actually, it was really good. I don't know why I bashed on it. It's not the worst thing out there, but it definitely does not beat
Dragon
the
Ball.
original. If you're
Dragon
gonna do
Ball.
that,
Dragon Ball.
Oh, don't remind me
why
of
we
that.
jump
Dragon
from
Ball.
Disney to Dragon Ball? Jeez,
You
Oh,
don't. You
God.
don't. Have you know about the live action? Have
why
you
do I
seen-
care about that? Bro, it's anime. You know this.
Oh my fucking god! It's terrible. It's completely atrocious.
What? Just like every Netflix live action
It's not even
anime
Netflix.
they have?
It's not even Netflix. That's the thing. It's not Netflix.
That's even funnier.
only live action movie I've watched was the Dumbo live action remake, and I honestly don't know what to really say about it.
There's generally
You watched the
only,
Dumbo one?
There's generally only
Yeah.
2 live actions that I would say that are acceptable by
not the
my
Dumbo.
standards, and that is the
I
Rurouni Kenshin
still
live
love
action and Bleach live action. And
The only good live action film from animation to live action, the only good one I've seen again is Aladdin, and that's when you don't judge it by its predecessor, which
Oh.
is Aladdin with
and fucking
Will
in 3
with
days,
Robin Williams.
Oh, in 3 days, Bleach 1,000-Year Blood Arc comes out. Oh boy, I
Yeah,
am
I'm ready.
fucking psyched. I am ready to watch it from start to end. You will not
He's
believe
only
how long
once.
I've been waiting for Bleach to have its final season. Oh my
Yo,
god.
it's been like at least probably like 2 decades or something. I don't remember.
Yeah, 2 decades because it came out 2006.
Oh yeah, it's been 2 decades and like some years.
Yeah.
But who's
This-
counting?
I read the entire manga, so I know what happens. I know what happens. But if you have not seen Bleach yet, give it a watch. And there are some filler episodes within Bleach, but with Bleach 1,000-Year Blood Arc, there is no filler in the middle. It's purely storytelling. My goodness, it is a great arc, and it's a great ending arc for Bleach too, which is just.
I went to check
Perfect.
something I went to check Amazon Prime to see if they had something on here, and like to talk about something, and then in doing so, I just saw that if you have Amazon Prime, you can watch Sonic the Hedgehog 2.
Yeah, Sonic the Hedgehog 2, yeah. That's a good movie.
Yeah, it's a great
Yeah, definitely.
I just was not expecting to see that available.
I'm still waiting for. I am gonna be watching John Wick 4 next year, and I'm gonna be watching the Super Mario movie with some of my friends of mine as well.
Oh, for the Mario movie. I absolutely do not care if I'm going with others or not. I'm watching that.
We're gonna watch.
Here's my one request. I hope they do if they're somehow able to do it. Change the release date to be 20 days earlier.
Oh, I know. Oh.
Because you get what I'm trying to get at now,
Yeah,
right?
I know what you're getting at now.
Do Quick In and Call with D. You know what I'm getting at?
March 10th, I'm guessing.
Yeah.
Ah, yeah.
Just release the movie on March 10th, bro.
Yeah, that'd
Mario
be a good
Day.
idea.
Let's go.
Yeah, Mario Day.
Mario Day, dude, man, next year's gonna be fucking lit. It's gonna be good for animation movies and stuff like that. But there are some shitty fucking movies that came out within the last few weeks or so.
Yeah.
Most of them were most of them were okay, but most of them were just shitty.
Where was the thing? Right, that's what I
am-
want to talk about. Who here watches stuff on Amazon Prime?
I mean,
Like not all the time, but like just do you have it at least, and do you watch stuff every now and then?
Yeah,
I actually don't have that, so.
I don't know if I even have Amazon
Well,
Prime.
If you would like a really interesting TV show that only has, shockingly, 12 episodes only. I wish there was more, but they only have 12 so far. I don't know if they're gonna make more or not. But the Legend of Vox Machina.
Oh yeah, I've heard of the show.
Hmm.
It's basically just a D&D campaign animated
Yeah.
into a 12-episode
Oh,
season.
that's interesting.
Yeah, it's actually really cool. And the best thing about it is that for a lot of the voices in there, it's like this one same dude that does a lot of the voices. But then also for like the main characters in the main party, they have their actual players as their voice actors, because the people that made this show, Critical Role,
Critical Role.
is just a group of voice actors.
It's literally just a group of professional voice actors playing D&D. That's literally all it really
Yeah.
is.
Or
Oh,
if you know
damn.
the proper quote, because they use word I don't say here, but like they say, we're a bunch of us nerdy, a word, voice actors play.
Pretty much a bunch of nerdy people playing D&D and voice acting.
Mm-hmm.
That's literally all it is.
Yep. Just a bunch of nerdy voice actors playing D&D. That's all Critical Role is.
If you're
And
looking for another good D&D show, Node actually has their own D&D show. Actually, let me see if I can. I've been watching it for the last few months now.
Well, I think I heard that Legend of Vox Machina is getting like another season. I
yeah,
believe.
it's taken a while, which makes sense because they had to, in order for the actual show to be up and running, they had a Kickstarter. So
Mhm.
I mean,
once that Kickstarter was done, then they were able to actually like
Mm.
work on it, stuff like that.
I mean, for that specifically, for what Node is doing, Node specifically is using a lot of the motion capture as well as their filmmaking skills to actually film it themselves instead of having it being completely animated by scratch. They're actually using like scripted technology and 3D modeling in order to make their surroundings, which is fucking awesome. Let's be honest here.
Mm.
I think I might post it. I think I might send a link to it maybe, but I don't know. Well, but I haven't been catching up with it lately because I've been extremely busy. So, but it's a really good show nonetheless.
Yeah, he's been busy playing Overwatch 2.
And Xenoblade 3.
Oh. Speaking of Overwatch 2, I haven't touched it yet, but I already know there's issues.
Yeah.
Oh,
Yeah,
there's
there
plenty of
definitely
issues,
is.
yeah.
This wasn't
I don't know.
it. We're talking about movies, man. Let's get that out of the way.
No. We
Shut-
mentioned Overwatch 2. We must
You
now
mentioned it, not
talk
me.
about it. Still, it's been mentioned. Now we must talk about it.
No, we will not.
Yeah.
All in
I
favor
mean-
of overriding this real quick. Just talk about Overwatch 2.
Hey, I bet.
You want to
I-
override this, Calvin? How about you, Cookin? Do you want to override this? Just talk about Overwatch 2 for a bit.
I don't know.
So, Evan, I don't know, a no,
I mean,
and 2
there's-
yeses.
We're kind of already on the topic. We were on the topic of movies until it switched to Overwatch, so we should probably just still talk about the topic we were talking about, which are movies.
I mean,
So
is
2 yeses and 2 nos.
2 yeses.
Want to settle this with a coin flip or something?
Yeah, we'll settle it with a coin flip.
I
Yeah.
got the coin, so I'll. Alright.
You do the
Who wants to be heads and who wants to be
I'll
tails?
be heads.
Alright,
Yeah.
tails. Got tails for us. And the verdict is tails.
Damn
So
it.
we talk about.
No.
Oh my
But-
goodness!
Yes,
I
we're
don't
talking
know.
about Overwatch
Yes,
then.
we're talking about Overwatch.
We don't have to like be on it the entire time. It's just like for a bit talking about how in the world do you screw up a launch game's
Yeah,
launch? How do you
yeah.
do that?
And this is why you don't this is why you don't trust developers when they release a game, and then you expect it to play it.
Publishers.
Correction. That's why you don't trust Blizzard.
Yeah. Can agree.
Yeah.
Can
It
agree.
could be any other developer, and they would have done it way better. Blizzard, no.
Never mind.
Oh,
Fair
E3.
translation.
E3.
Publishers in general. Well, I
Okay.
mean, though there are some publishers who are at least good, I guess.
Dude, the Japanese publishers are just baller as fuck. They are so base as fuck.
Dude, any other company
Like,
if they have
like
published Overwatch.
Arxis, Square Enix, Monolith, fucking. They're based as fuck.
But the US developers over here kind of booty
Wow, we're
cheeks.
kind of booty cheeks.
Kinda
not gonna
mid.
lie. We're kind of mid.
Yeah.
I mean, Actually, some good ones here and there, but most of them are kind of booty cheeks.
Callisto Protocol. I can't wait for that to come out.
I got one
Oh.
that actually is both located in Canada and the U.S.
No, don't say it. If you say it, don't say
PopCap.
it. I thought you were gonna say the other one for a second.
No, PopCap. PopCap's
Isn't-
great. They're just overrun and controlled by Big Bad Studio, that
Yes.
being EA.
Yes, EA.
And that sucks. I really wish PopCap had their own freedom.
Yeah.
Yep, that's EA for you.
Like, how bad EA
There
got
one
with
that-
PopCap stuff is that they relaunched Garden Warfare 2 servers just so
Man.
they can get revenue.
Bro.
They're re-releasing Dead Space, the Dead Space remastered.
Yeah.
They just announced it, by the way, just you know, like a few months ago.
Yeah, I know,
Few
the
months ago.
remake.
The remake. The remake is $60 with
Bruh.
content
It's EA.
removed from the game.
It's EA.
No way.
Like re-releases of like games and stuff. Like I'm perfectly fine for you re-releasing a game if people have not.
They
played
release the
game.
same game every year.
But if it's a game where you remove content out of the original just because of like I don't know like political differences or revenue or any of the other stuff, that's BS. Like let's be honest, if
Indeed.
you're like if we're comparing, let's say Xenoblade Chronicles Definitive Edition, they take everything from the original and they add on to it. That's great, and it's like $60. Okay, I'll buy it because it's a legitimate remake, or Undernight where they add extra stuff to it. I'll buy it. This special edition $60. I'll buy it. But if it's like Persona 5 Royal, which is coming to Steam and Switch and all modern consoles, $60 when I bought it for $20 on PS4. Nah, I'm not gonna waste another $80 on that. Let's be honest here.
L.
Or Spider-Man PS4, which I only bought for $8, which is $60 on Steam, which not worth it.
Or Overwatch, I bought $20 on for my Switch, and then paid a full $40 on my computer. Ugh.
I did tell you to get it on PC.
I didn't have a good PC at that point in time, and you told me to get it way after the sale went away, like way before the sale went away. You told me to get it, and that's what I was playing on my Switch because I didn't have a problem at the time.
And the thing is, I bought Overwatch 1 for about $20, about $15.99.
I don't know if I really was in Overwatch at all. I've never really played it when it came out. And I
You didn't.
attempted to try Overwatch 2, but with what's going on with it, I'm just not really sure.
See, I've heard some people having an issue involving having to unlock each individual character apparently with like a weird method. And I'm here like, bro, I don't know. I spent $40 apparently for the first game, and it gave me all this content for the second one. So like, I'm set for a while. I don't know what your problems are.
I mean,
That's
I mean,
probably
with
because they didn't
Overwatch-
buy Overwatch 1 specifically. Because they did not buy
Yeah, I-
Overwatch 1, they made a whole new account, so they're gonna have to do it from scratch.
Yeah, I
But,
don't know how.
you know.
I just don't know how that what the process is for it.
I think it's as you level up through the battle pass, or as you continue playing, you start to
I
unlock
know
things.
I heard someone complain that they couldn't play a character because they needed like X amount of things to do first, and it was to unlock just the character, and it wasn't like Kiriko or however it's pronounced, like Kiriko, where you get to tier 55 or something like that. No, they're talking about I think like Widowmaker or something. How they couldn't play them because they had to like complete a challenge
Yeah,
first.
that's literally what it is.
Honestly, kind of a big L.
Yeah.
I'm glad I got Overwatch 1 when I got it, despite it being $40.
Dude, I spent 15, and I'm happy. I'm happy, man. I got the game for dirt cheap when Blizzard was getting.
But did you
costs
get
on it.
2,000 gold in the new game when the game came out? No.
No,
Did you
because-
get 2 new skins for Cassidy and Soldier 76 when it came out? No.
Do I care?
You wanna know why? Because
No.
you didn't buy the watch point thing. And
Why
I
would
bought it back when I wanted to get Overwatch 1.
Like, I've only spent an extra $10 and I have all this extra content for me. So I only spent around $20 to $30 at least.
I'm still kind of like annoyed that they took away the 6-player mode. I kind of wish it kept like their main queue and like made an arcade mode where you had 6 people, 2 of each role. That would be kind of cool. But they're not gonna do that. This is Blizzard. Why would they make it
Yeah.
6 people on a team in a mode?
Let's be honest here, they will never.
It's all you do 3v3s, 4v4s, and 1v1s in the past. No, doing a 6v6 is so difficult now.
Yeah.
I made a custom game mode, by the way. If we get enough people for some reason, I made a custom game mode for 6v6.
So what, like Overwatch or some shit? Or...
Yeah, it's just Overwatch 1, but
Oh.
6v6. I can't figure out how to change it properly, but it's basically got every main mode, and I think I added team deathmatch too because I thought it'd be kind of fun to do that. 6v6.
I mean, yeah, sure, you can do that.
We could do that in a custom game. The problem is now I need 12 people, not just your standard one team of 5 to 6. We need 12.
You need 12 for a group of people.
Time to raid a server and add everyone. I'm just kidding. No.
No, do not do that.
I mean, unless.
Oh, don't you? Yeah,
just
don't.
If you tag that other server that I invited you in, I will physically cast.
No, I was thinking of. I have 3 really big servers that I'm in. I could add everyone in those servers. I think for 2 of them I'll be kicked out.
That-
Because like one of them is similar to like your server you invited me into recently so it's not a huge issue. The other 2 have like thousands of people in them. So if I did add everyone, which I don't even think is enabled, I think I'll be kicked. Or even banned from the servers.
You probably would have been kicked,
Yeah.
honestly.
Yeah, just don't do that.
Yeah, just don't do
Especially
it.
I know I'm not. It was a joke. Don't worry about it. I'm not gonna add everyone.
Don't fuck.
I'm gonna spam your DMs, I'll win. Watch out.
If you spam my DMs, I will block you.
That's
yeah.
a huge L on your behalf. That you're blocking a very cool dude.
I will physically block you on Discord. Do not make me do it.
I'll probably just tell you to
I
stop.
feel like doing something now, but I don't know what I want to do. If I don't want to do it or not. Excuse me.
If it's bad, then don't do it.
I don't know if you want to view it as bad or not, but I think it'd be kind of funny to do it.
I mean, it would be funny to do it at some
No,
point.
not spam DM. Something else. Something else. You don't know what I'm talking about.
Oh. Never mind then.
Oop. There goes Coldwin.
Yeah.
Okay then.
Excuse me.
Oh, you're on your thing now?
There was a funny video I saw where it played that song. It was like the eBay store page of Wario, and like they had their cursor going through like the pictures in tune with that song. So it looked like Mario was dancing to it.
Oh god.
Just
I
the
wanna
Jeopardy theme plays while we're waiting.
I want to see someone like I want to see someone like make like a mod where like Divas' assets get buffed up because
Of course you would.
because they buffed them up just recently. For
I thought of
Overwatch
something
2.
dumb we could try doing for a stream.
Oh god. Dude, if they make a Nendo of Diva for Overwatch 2, I'm totally gonna be buying it.
I mean,
Like, no cap.
I need really no issue with Overwatch. I guess, or how should I say this? I feel like that Overwatch 2 is pretty much just Overwatch with a big ass update. That's pretty much about it.
Yeah, literally.
Yeah, things like locked behind a paywall. But that's pretty much like everything else with gaming right now.
Let's do Rainbow Six Extraction, add a bunch of payrolls and extra shit, and do none of that. Overwatch 2! God damn it.
Wasn't Overwatch more like TF2 though, or did it just?
What are so many different What in the
No, people compared it because it was more of a class-based shooter, but technically it's not technically because there's just so many heroes at this point. It's just that people will pick one hero over the other hero just because they just prefer playing it. Unlike in like Team Fortress 2, for example, if you wanted to play, let's say like in a competitive sense, like if you wanted to play Sniper isn't generally as as like like getting fucking popping headshots left and right. He is a support class. He's supposed to take out valuable targets for the team.
Mm.
And typically, Sniper is not really a well-generated, class to pick. Typically, in TF2, for example. But in
So,
Overwatch, there's like 6 different snipers.
I mean, for Overwatch, it also depends on which quote-unquote sniper character you want to be. Like, if you want to be like Cassidy or Ash, you're better being not just far in the back as a sniper. Cassidy, especially, because she's more sharpshooter than sniper. You just have to get close to get your shots better. Whereas for Ash, you can be close or far, and it would be just as good. Whereas Widowmaker, you have to be right up there. Or not right up there. Widowmaker to be right, like, all the way in the back. And even then, now you have priorities of who to get first. Whereas for Ash, Ash or Cassidy, it's whoever. Everyone's fair game.
Everyone's fair game.
Okay, but I remember I thought of something we could do for one of these, such a stupid idea I thought of. So I was thinking of like random things you could maybe do for a podcast or episode or whatnot that'd be funny, and I'm like, you know, what'd be kind of cool? Kahoot.
You want to do Kahoot?
Yeah, I've made some Kahoots. I could easily make some more if need be.
Oh boy.
No, even better. Jackbox.
I mean, Jackbox is a game that requires you guys to, buy it. Kahoot, I have to share my screen, and then you guys join it, and then...
Here's the thing. We can definitely get Quiplash. Definitely. I can get Quiplash, I can get Jackbox, I can do all of that.
I'm just saying, though, Jackbox requires at least one person to buy the games. Kahoot is free. I have an account. I know how to make these. I could just mass burn make some, because I haven't done it in a long time.
Or
I have what we do right now.
Like, what are we gonna do specifically for Kahoot? Like, what are we gonna do on there?
I have one.
I swear to God, if it's something that you enjoy,
it's something that everyone here knows.
Or I mean, we could also do Gartic Phone. That's also third option.
That's pretty fun, yeah.
My thing is though that for at least the Kahoot, since I'll be the one that just showing it at least, I won't be playing it myself. It would just be for like people in here, so it'd be fun to probably do more if we had a lot more people. But, like to kind of show you the power I used to have in the past and still have nowadays. I could play an old one and I played a lot. You want me to do it? You want to do it right now? It's like quick 24 questions. I think all you guys could guess it easily.
I don't think we should.
It's a game you guys have all played before.
I say no.
What? Yeah, not sure.
Oh, you want to do an Angry Birds related one? Cringe.
Just not while we're doing the podcast, man.
Oh, we could do it right now though during the podcast.
No.
We could do the podcast.
No, shut.
I mean, unless.
I mean, yeah, exactly. Coblin's on my side. Like, again, this one's not gonna take that long. It's just to show you what I can do.
No. No, we're not gonna do that.
One man just like, nah.
What's even the topic for the Kahoot anyways?
Angry Birds.
We could definitely stream it at some point, but we're not gonna do it on the podcast.
This is such a short Kahoot, though.
No.
Plus, like, I know majority, if not all of you guys here know Angry Birds stuff.
I mean, I was a fanatic back as a kid, and I'm sort of really, but I still remember stuff.
I don't even have to look at the answers for this. I already know what the answers are for all of these. I haven't. done in a long time.
Nah, man. We can do it later at some point. But,
Fine, we'll do it after the podcast.
or probably at a later date.
Or just after the podcast, at least, so you could see the potential.
Oh yeah, back on the topic of Jackbox games, I'm actually playing Jackbox on Sunday this
Nice.
weekend.
That's
Yeah.
6 foot.
Yeah.
Jackbox is great.
Well, back on the topic of animation, let's look at some bad cartoons. Let's look at some bad cartoons and shows that we've just fucking want to rip into.
Should we do the bad ones that are actually like funny and like
Like
the
really,
ones that are like
like
so bad that it's good,
Whatever.
or
the really bad ones.
Yeah. I heard they're renewing Big Mouth for another season.
They are.
Yeah.
I feel like talking about anything that's like an animated series on Netflix is an easy topic because they're all bad. They have a lot of bad animations on there.
What about Cuphead though?
That's the only
Cuphead-
exception.
Cuphead's good.
Cuphead is actually good.
Cuphead shows the only exception to their bad animation shows that they have.
I mean, Odds and Outs making a show for Netflix.
Yeah, but that's not One's Out though. That's not One's Out. So we're not gonna bash about One's Out. We're not gonna bash about
We're not.
Cuphead show.
Yeah.
Those two we're not gonna bash about. Every other show though they have easy bashing, easy to talk about. Let's not talk about Netflix shows.
Yeah.
Easy.
Oh yeah, I think I got a good one. I think I got a real fucking good one because I know.
Oh boy.
Cricket and Codlin, you two know about this, especially. You know how this was long ago when we talked about this. We stopped talking about it, but as you probably already know, me and Caldwin used to be massive Ruby fans back in the day.
Oh my goodness.
No, no.
When will you stop about complaining about this show?
Because
Every other week you complain about the show.
yeah, and I'm bringing it back because they did something even worse just recently. So they made an announcement, and it's with DC.
They come to make an announcement.
They come to make an announcement.
I gotta make an announcement.
Shadow the Hedgehog's a bitch ass motherfucker. What does Shadow have to do with Ruby?
Like honestly, I just gave up. I don't even complain about it anymore. I just gave up.
I gave up half my humanity like a year, 2 years ago.
I simply just don't care.
But another cartoon I think we can all agree on that's even like complete ass is like Teen Titans Go. You know, with Cartoon Network.
At least with that one's meme worthy.
Not even.
Yeah, and to me, it's just been talked way too much. We know it's not that good, or we know it's mediocre. Let's move on to whatever else sucks.
Well, I really don't know what else.
I mean, if you want to just talk about random animated films that I think would be just random to talk about, I got 2 of them because I casually went onto Disney Plus to see if they had anything
13
new
Reasons
on
Why.
there.
13 Reasons Why.
That's not. Is that it's animated?
No,
That's
it's a show.
animated?
It's a show technically.
Well, I wasn't talking about shows. I was saying animated movies that are on Disney Plus.
But you know.
The Peanuts
Isn't
movie.
13 Reasons Why live action though?
The Peanuts movie.
I mean, the Peanuts movie isn't bad. You know, Blue Skies did a really good job on that movie. That was like their best way to send off that they're no longer making movies. Was the Peanuts movie?
Yeah.
I feel bad for Blue Sky.
Yeah.
Blue Sky was actually hitting it hard.
And
They've
then,
had some alright films like
And then
Rio, Ice Age.
okay, Ice Age up until the 5th and final one, they were doing all right.
Yeah.
4th one it was kind of meh. It wasn't bad. It was just meh. The 5th one just kind of fell off.
Yeah, I mean, Ice Age did start pretty alright, but near the end it was just starting
Ice Age
to...
1 was honestly, I'm still saying this to this day, it is still a very solid movie.
Yeah.
It is very solid.
It's been a long time since I've seen Ice Age.
Rio was good 2.
Rio 1 was solid
The
as
first
well.
one-
Rio
Yeah.
2, eh.
Middle. Kind of.
I'm just glad they never made a third.
Don't know, man.
Oh, remember how they made a movie that no one even cared about, and like no one still watches to this date? Epic.
Oh,
yeah.
He's never talked about it. Never discussed about
that
it.
movie's such a weird movie. Just like it exists and no
It's
one
so
cares about it.
absurd.
Reeves.
I have the DVD for that.
You
I don't
have
know
the
if it's
DVD?
You own Epic?
You own Epic?
Wait.
I don't know if I want to say it's a big L on your half or that's just the funniest thing alive. I think it's more funny.
Ironic.
That's the funniest thing alive.
ironic.
I forgot that Epic existed. Like, bro.
Yeah, everyone had to forget
Whoa.
about that movie because
I
like
mean,
no
I've
one
seen,
watched
I
it.
never actually have like vivid memories of like.
I barely remember
Honest-
anything about it. All I remember is like
Honestly, if you're
person
wondering
becomes
how,
small.
if you're wondering how I'm always doomed to be seeing these mediocre, well, I wouldn't say I'm doomed to really
The
like.
reason why you end up having these types of mediocre films because people around you watch these mediocre films.
Yeah. Well, I kind of, I guess.
Here's a film here's an animated film that I know for a fact you either only heard about and never watched yourself, or if you've watched and can have strong opinions with. Spies in Disguise.
I've heard of that. Is it the one with the is it the one that features Will Smith?
Will Smith and
Y'all-
Tom Holland. Yep.
Yeah.
Will
Will
Smith
Smith
and
and
Tom
Tom
Holland.
Holland.
Yeah. Y'all.
Okay, so
it's
you don't
ruined.
know it that well, Quicken. That's what I'm hearing. Yep.
What?
You don't know the movie all too well, I'm guessing, just from you mentioning the title, right?
I've heard of it. I've seen trailers. I haven't seen the actual movie though,
I've
but I've
seen
seen
the
the
actual
trailer.
movie, bro.
God.
When it's
Just to be
Caldwin,
sure,
have you two seen it?
I've seen it.
just to
Caldwin,
be
have you-
sure, I'm not confusing it with anything else. It's about the spy becoming like a bird.
Yes.
Yeah,
The spy,
that-
Yeah,
the
it's
spy
that one.
drinks the pigeon serum. Yes.
All right.
Spy
So
takes them
yeah,
home.
I'm gonna
Sort
say
of.
it right now. When it came to the two movies around the time that had Tom Holland, like there were like three movies coming out around the same time that had Tom Holland and another actor. There was Spies in Disguise. There was one that had Chris Pratt and Tom Holland. I can't remember, or something else and Tom Holland. I can't remember. And then there was Mark Wahlberg and Tom Holland with Uncharted.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
I can't remember the other one. What was the other one that came out around the same time as Spies in Disguise? It was someone else. Like I want to say.
Oh, I think I know what it is.
I think I
It
know
was a
what it is.
Disney.
Is it Disney?
It was Onward, if I
Yeah, I
remember.
think it was Onward.
No,
Yeah.
that was way. Onward was because this movie came out.
Was
This movie came
it?
out in 2019. Let me check Onward then real quick. I don't
Was
remember
it?
when Onward came out. Onward was 2020. Oh no, yeah, I'm thinking of Onward. Yeah, never mind.
Oh,
I think
What
it's
it-
Onward.
Yeah, everyone. No one really paid attention to Spies in Disguise because everyone just saw Onward. And I was like, ooh, that looks way better. And you know what?
it's
I'll give him credit where credit's due with Chris Pratt and Tom
Yeah.
Holland being two brother characters. That's great. That's a great movie. However, Spies in Disguise, honestly, take some time to watch that movie. It is good. I don't know why. It's really good.
Is it like a? The. I just had a thought. One mediocre film being one mediocre film overshadowing a good film.
I mean,
I
it's
kinda
not it's
think of-
mediocre. It's just that what happened was they released the movie out. They put the movie out. And then around that time they were announcing Outward. And people didn't want to pay attention to Spies in Disguise for some reason because of its animation style. Because Onward's animation style was different and better, apparently. I don't know
Yeah.
why it was overviewed, but this was a really good movie.
It kind of reminds me how how Despicable Me was well liked over Megamind when Megamind was obviously a much better movie than Despicable Me.
I mean,
I'm not
that was
saying.
different. They're two different. They're two
They're
different
two
studios.
different studios.
So
Oh, yeah.
it's not the same exact feel when it comes to those two compared to this, because sure, one could have been overseen by the other, but in this case, it was one studio. In that case, there were two different competitors. So of course, some people wanting to watch Despicable Me and not watch
Megamind.
Megamind was preference. Some people really liked Universal and Illuminations. Some people really liked DreamWorks. That was all just a which company do you like better type of deal. This was literally Disney and Disney. What are you gonna watch first? That's just dumb. Because one came out in December, the other came out in March. No one watched the December one. Everyone watched the March one. What is wrong with people?
Whoa. Okay, sorry if I made that an analogy. Sorry about
It's
that.
all right. No, it's all right. I can see that. That I'm just saying that one was more of a rival type, like competitor type of thing. So it's fair as to why that's a fair comparison. This one just wasn't fair.
Have you seen the okay, a little quick question. All right, so before we get back to some of the DreamWorks stuff, Calvin, have you seen the Deer King yet? That's
The what?
question. The Deer King. So pretty much the same guys that made Your Name. You know the movie Your Name, right? You I know you've seen it.
They did not put this movie onto Disney Plus, bruh.
Calvin?
They put
No.
Sky High on Disney
Oh,
Plus,
Sky High.
bruh.
Sky High.
Touch the sky.
Dude,
God,
honestly,
Sky High.
that movie hit really hard, and that was from 2005.
Yeah, 2005. Yeah.
Why is it hit so hard?
It does.
Kids
hit hard.
learning to be superheroes and learning to be superheroes or something.
Yeah,
like,
that's it.
Yeah,
That's it.
uh,
Sky High was a movie with like the superhero kids going to a super school.
yeah.
It hit different, bro. And that was from 2005.
2005.
It's been a time since I've seen that.
You can't appreciate everyone's retake of that similar story, like insert every anime here about like a school and whatnot.
My
so
Hero
that-
Academia, Little Witch Academy, Ruby.
Yeah, you can't you can't say those are good if you don't say Sky High is good.
Yeah.
Honestly, Sky High
Sky
is
High
such a good
base.
movie.
Sky High is kind of like My Hero Academia and High School Musical, like combined, but you
No,
take
there's
away
no singing.
the musical part.
There's no singing.
There's no singing in Sky High.
That's why I included you take away the musical part.
You take the moon and you take the sun.
You take the moon.
And without their fans sending the creator death threats, but
I mean, that's because Disney.
What?
That was because Disney.
No,
That's
no,
why.
no. You don't get the joke.
Oh gosh.
Okay, now a mediocre movie. Actually, another good animated movie that I know some people either have watched or don't remember that well. If don't remember that well, if they have watched it or just never watched it. The Book of Life.
Oh yeah, I remember that movie. I actually
That's the
That-
advertisement, but I've
What
never
about
actually seen much about it.
It's on Disney Plus.
Oh.
I mean, I never read the reviews, but I think I heard it was all right.
It's a
Oh, good.
really good. Honestly, it's a really good film because it starts off in this one animation style, and while when it goes into the story, it's the same animation style. Everyone has this unique look to them that makes it cool because of one main aspect, and that's when they tell the story, they're all these wooden puppets. So when you watch the story unfold, you see them as like wooden puppets. It's actually really
Mhm.
cool.
Yeah, I did see that. Yeah, I did. When I first saw the trailer, I actually thought that was a cool. That was a cool.
I'm now going to
idea.
vanish for a bit, aka be muted, but like I'm gonna vanish for a bit. I am needed for something.
Yes, you
Oof.
may. You may take your leave. But anyways, speaking of which, Caldwin, you seen Your Name, right?
Yeah, Noda.
Yeah, Inoda. So the same guys who made that made the Deer King, and it's an okay movie. I did see it with I did see the film actually. I did see it,
Mhm.
and it's a pretty good film. It's a pretty decent film, but it doesn't hit as hard as Your Name,
Mhm.
in my
All
opinion.
right.
But that's just me. But it's overall it's a
Uh,
decent film.
Did you give me like like a synopsis or some shit, like just to know like what's happening or something? Now,
Let me
or like
see.
a general idea.
I'm trying to remember the movie specifically. But I believe it was a series. Let me check real quick because I believe it was a series. It was a manga published by the same people that did some of the Rising of the Shield Hero stuff as well as some of the other stuff actually. But I believe it was so there's this fever called the Black Deadly Wolf Fever, and it's pretty much it's just destroying everything technically. And then there is there is a man and a young girl who managed to escape, and they're the sole survivors of the attack. They try to seek a peaceful life, but some things happen, and I can't really describe it to you physically because it's just it's a decent progression, I would say.
I see.
Is it the best film? No, but is it okay? It's pretty decent.
I might consider watching it if I when I have free time.
Yeah, you can go watch it on your free time.
Speaking of anime movies specifically,
Anime movies.
or animated movies, I guess. I don't know really. Uh, man, like when Your Name came out, oh my god, I was just a big ass fan. Like
Yo,
the
Your Name was so good. I watched it. I ended up watching it too, and it was
what
it's so
I was like you can't believe I was so much of a fan that I bought
you
the
bought the
light
book.
novel
Yeah, you bought the light
adaptation
novel. Yeah, I bought the book too.
just because I just love the movie so goddamn much. Even the light novel was good
Yeah,
too,
the light
in
novel
my
was
opinion.
good. So quick. You know I know you haven't seen Your Name, but have you heard about it?
No, not at all.
Okay, so pretty much I'll give you a quick little in depth, quick summary. Okay, so there's this girl and so pretty much there's a girl from 2013 and there's a man from there's a guy from 2016. All right. So there's this big accident that destroyed the city, and these two are connected in a certain way. Just to give you a little quick summary to paraphrase it for you, but the film is really good. The novel is also really good, and it has a lot of in-depth discussions on some of the other stuff in general, which is really freaking sweet.
Ah,
To give you like a more layman's term wise, think of it as Freaky Friday, just more emotion.
Yeah, yeah. Call it freaky time travel, limey dimey timey blimey.
mm,
I mean, wait, do you know the movie Freaky Friday by Disney? Just to be sure.
I think I've heard of it before. I think I own it. I
Pretty
don't
much,
know.
it's pretty much two people switch bodies.
Yeah,
Pretty much.
pretty much,
Yeah.
pretty much.
And think, take that concept into Your Name, but put in a little more emotion slash
It's high
more
stakes.
depth into it. Yeah,
Ah.
think of it like that.
Yeah, lots of high stakes into that as well. Let's shoot, man. It will hit you like a truck.
Mm.
Let's see. The same creator, Makoto Shinkai, made another movie. I think after Your Name was Weathering with You,
Yeah,
which was
Weathering.
which was all right. Not it did not it wasn't the best, but it was good in my
It's
opinion.
yeah, I can agree with you on the novel is a little bit is much better in my opinion. If
Yeah.
I'm
And
being
I
honest.
actually like that how they actually in Weathering with You they actually referenced the two characters in Your Name in some way. I
In
forgot
some way,
how,
it was. I believe it was
but
an
it was
Easter egg.
no the Easter egg was right there.
Oh yeah. Speaking of which, you've seen Promare, right?
Yeah, yeah, I did.
Yeah, let's go, man. I love Promare. When I want to go see Promare, it was a fucking blast.
You Studio Trigger's cracked it all balls. Have you
Cracked.
seen
They're actually
Edge
cracked.
Runners?
Yo, quick,
Cyber
real
Runners?
quick, and to tell you, Promare is a really great movie. Even if it's like an anime related film, Studio Trigger just fucking knocks it out of the park, man.
Alright.
They're good. They're good.
Yeah. They made B&A and
B&A,
Kill a Kill.
Kill a Kill, yeah.
Those looked really interesting, not gonna lie.
I have a copy of Kill a Kill. I have the entire collection of Kill a Kill.
I apologize if I'm a complete outsider to anime. I've only seen a few anime series, and I'm not sure if I really completed any.
I mean, I have Kill a Kill the entire collection. So if you want, we could do a watch. We could do a watch of it because the series is about 22 hours. So if we're like a free time day, we can just watch it.
I mean, I think I'm good.
I mean, Promare also is a decent movie because Studio Trigger also made just recently made the Cyberpunk series, which
Cyberpunk that was it was good, but also at the end was just depressing.
Oh my god, dude, Cyberpunk Edge Runners, man. Dude, what have they done to me? God, I love Cyberpunk. I played the game. I've 100% that game. I played it since release date. So.
Wait, Cyberpunk?
All Cyberpunk, yes. If you play Cyberpunk, there's a lot of references from Edge Runners that you see in the anime.
Yeah, that was like an update, if I remember right.
No, it's been in the game.
It
was previously in an update for some of the references. If you go into the bar, the David Martinez, the drink is based off of David.
Bruh.
Like no shit. Like you can go in and you can take it.
I mean, yeah, like first the initial release of Cyberpunk, yeah, that was not fun. Many glitches, some bad things happening, but over time, some updates and some patches, the game's actually all right. It's just not that bad. With the updates and stuff.
Anime will fucking that will tear you apart.
Anime star Keanu Reeves as himself, like the game.
Yeah, Keanu Reeves. Hey, Keanu Reeves did a really good job as the character.
His job.
Yeah. He did a good job. It's just issues with
development.
Issues mostly with just glitches and stuff. That's it.
Yeah, it's
really.
But yeah, Promo's a really good watch. You don't need to have any experiences with any anime or anything. That's you just turn your brain off and watch it.
Yeah.
Like no shit. Like you can literally just pick up the film, put it in, and just watch it.
Is it available on like a streaming service?
Yes, it
just
is.
Out of
I'm pretty sure. Let me check real quick. I'm pretty sure it's on Hulu as well.
Oh yes. That means I can watch it.
Let me see real quick. I'm pretty sure it is. Let me just check it real quick.
If it's on Hulu, I'll have to check it out.
But if anything, I could probably lend you my copy because I actually have a copy as well. And I believe Promo is like $8 for a copy. Let me just see.
Pretty nice.
Because I bought it at like a Best Buy for like $8. Yeah, so the Blu-ray for if you were to buy the Steelbook, then it's $23. But if you buy the regular one, it's about $12 off of Amazon if you're looking for a physical copy. But I say you can watch it. I say I'll just lend you my copy for now, if anything, if you want to watch it.
I mean, how do I say this? I mean, I'm fine. I'm fine. It's all right. Thanks for the offer, though.
Yeah, man, absolutely.
But I'm fine.
And plus,
It's
the English dub of the anime has Billy Kometz as Gallo, the main character, which rip him.
You mean the guy who voiced one of the Joe Stars or something,
Yeah,
or the
Josuke.
yeah, Josuke.
It's a
Yeah,
sad fact that the voice actor actually died of cancer.
He did.
yeah,
Rip the homie.
Man,
that's rough, Hardy.
he's so fucking talented, man.
Yeah.
But yeah, if anything, let me see what else. What else to close it off with? A lot of the other stuff that has been happening. Let me see real quick. Let me double check it real quick. I mean, how do you guys feel about Marvel's What If? If anything, how do you
No,
feel
I
about
mean,
What If?
I
I like how they did what if from the comics, but they did it with the MCU, which I don't mind.
I haven't really seen Marvel recently.
Yeah, understandable.
I mean, do you know at least what it's about, or
It's I've heard that it's basically like Marvel throwing in some what if scenarios, like what if the Avengers did this instead of what they really did.
Yeah,
yeah, that's pretty much it.
that's pretty much just
Yeah,
what it is.
yeah. I mean, it's obvious by looking at the title. It's called Marvel What If. It's obviously gonna be, oh hey, we did this thing, but what if we did it another way? Like, what if we did it like this instead?
I mean,
I would
the only thing
like.
that I specifically did not enjoy about it is that it's fully intertwined with the MCU, and they don't go super wacky with it, because there are some really wacky universes within Marvel technically. So what's like the only thing I didn't like about it is that they're sticking it with the MCU instead of really going crazy with it.
Mm.
I think they
Because
did that because they're just because so many people are so familiar with the MCU,
MCU.
so I guess that
Like I
they
get
did.
it. I
Yeah.
get it that they want to use it as as a way to bring people into Marvel, for example. But there are some really, really, really cool what if scenarios that are really, really, really depressing.
Yeah.
If you don't know what I'm talking about, if you episode 3, which is obviously the what if Stephen Strange lost his heart. There's a variation of that with Spider-Man. If you don't know what it is, called Final Stand, where MJ actually died of cancer because of Spidey, and Spidey is just like, oh, it's fucked up.
Yeah,
It's fucked up.
yeah, it's in the comics. Just to be
Yeah,
just to let you know, in the
yeah. It's
comics.
just one example of what I didn't like about What If was just it's just how they kind of just stuck with the MCU instead of just making it just ridiculous as possible.
I mean, I'll give them credit for doing the Marvel zombies just in
Oh
a
yeah.
different way, but still,
Yeah.
I'll give them credit for that.
Like, I'll give them credit because I enjoyed the comics for Marvel Zombies. It's just that I want them speaking. That's the only thing that I didn't like about it. Is that I want them speaking to I want them speaking. I want them to be able to talk after they eat.
Yeah.
After they consume Ebony Moss, like Tony's just telling Bruce stay away from me. I just want him just to say stay away. Do not come near me.
How come?
Because
Uh,
in Marvel Zombies, when they consume human flesh, once they eat, once their hunger is fulfilled, because technically the hunger virus in the comics compared to the MCU's quantum virus, they like to call it, in the comics, once they eat, they retain some of their personality traits. So in this case, and when they eat, they become human again. In this case, so in the
Ah.
comics, Spider-Man ate his aunt and Mary Jane. So whenever he finishes consuming human flesh, he becomes even more depressed.
Oh.
Which yeah.
so, put it in a way that I think you can understand better. It's basically they're zombies, But once they get their own fill of flesh, they become themselves in some way
Yeah.
until that hunger returns.
Yeah.
Yeah, No Way Home was really good, but there's some things there's some nitpicks, but when I turn my brain off, it's okay. The only thing
Yeah.
I didn't like about it was putting Spidey in a new outfit. Because technically, his Iron Spider was right there. Like, I get it, people just hate the Iron Spider because the Iron Spider wasn't even, like, technically in too many films, technically. He had, like, a brief appearance in Far From Home, and had most of the appearance in Infinity War. So besides its initial appearance,
And Endgame.
Peter just didn't use it.
Like if I remember, no, Spy. Oh, no, Peter and No Way Home. He switched like his suit like two times. The
Yeah.
one he used in Far From Home, and then he switched another one because
Because
the Far From Home suit was dirty as all balls.
got splashed with paint. And then
Yeah, I
the
didn't.
Iron Spider, then Doc Ock decided to take a chunk of the nanites from the suit, which I can understand Doc
Yeah.
Ock taking a
And
chunk
then
of
part of
stuff.
this, and then part of the suit, uh,
Oh, sorry.
But the
and
only
so
I,
like, yeah.
thing I didn't like about it was that why didn't Peter just repair his Iron Spider?
yeah, it
Because
makes no sense.
technically the nanotech technically will come back to him because he can control the nanotech. Like
Yeah.
it's right there. Instead of putting it on Jermaine's suit and taking damage from Green Goblin, you could just easily just repair the Iron Spider and just dinks right off the suit because it's bulletproof.
Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, I guess just some like logical, situational stuff, but I think overall the movie's good.
Overall,
Just they're just trying to make a dire situation even more dire with that.
They're basically making Peter's story more tragic, I
Yeah.
guess. Or since Uncle Ben technically didn't exist in the MCU, they're trying to recreate that with Aunt May.
Yeah, they definitely were.
yeah, absolutely.
Because since I guess Uncle Ben is alive in the MCU per se, technically, but it's mostly,
Most likely he's already dead. I would say.
Yeah.
I
I feel
guess,
like
but
one thing they should do was they should have done with like what the what the Tobey Maguire trilogy and the Andrew Garfield trilogy did by
yeah,
just
like,
killing
by
off
adding
Aunt
in
May
Uncle
and
Ben.
Homecoming, and then have like Uncle Ben be like
What did
the
I miss?
father figure or the
We
parental
are
figure.
talking about Marvel's other shows.
Or movies.
Oh yeah, movies because it's
Cool, because I came
movies.
back with
Yeah.
Code Red
I
and a bunch of other
gotta get
stuff,
that
but
Mountain
like
Dew.
I'm not gonna bother. I only need to talk about the Code Red.
Yeah. I
Yeah.
just finished I just finished drinking my Slurpee, and yeah.
Well, yeah. Well, it looks like we're gonna have to end it here for today. It's been a lot longer than usual, technically, but
End it, well, at least while I'm here. Let's go!
let's go. But yeah,
And it on a high note.
ran on a really good conversation too.
Yeah, you
Yeah.
guys had a good convo, and then I came back with a Code Red.
Yeah.
Code Red, yeah.
Yeah. Yeah.
Anyways,
A 1 liter.
next week we might discuss about. Let me see.
Games.
No, we're into games and stuff. I was thinking maybe we should like discuss about like collectibles or some shit. Maybe I don't know,
Collectibles
Maybe.
based off of games.
or just collecting.
Still, it's
Still.
Yeah.
Anyways, take care, everybody.
Goodbye.